Just give me that boom, boom, boom. Just give me that boom, boom. Just give me that boom, boom, boom. Just give me that. I don't care what you got. Just give me that boom, boom, boom. Just give me that boom, boom. Just give me that boom, boom, boom. Just give me that. I don't care what you got. Just give me that. Stand to attention. I come to mention. Now we're gonna take you in a different direction. That's the way we rock and make them move them body. We got those over there asking for selfies. This time I got to say no. Don't try to pull down my bandana. Can't let you ruin my shoe.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Cincinnati Bengals under the lights on Monday night.
Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills, we're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more likely is going to come away with the win.
Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Here's a return from the 7. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, the anticipation, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Brought down by Quay Walker. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go.
They'll run again with Brown. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Brought down by Quay Walker. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
On the line, right?
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Burrow to the air now. Dumps it off to his running back. Oh, he trucked that defender. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Burrow from the gun. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And they bring him down around the 34.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
one, ready?
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Here we go.
Running it after the penalty. He breaks the tackle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Here we go.
1st down, Burrow to throw.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Here's Brown again. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Guns.
From the red zone now. Rolling left, buying some time. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Trying an inside give to Herbert. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Burrow setting up the play action. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Jaden Reed to return this. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch Aaron Rodgers. He worked on his game. He developed his game over 3 years. And when he got his chance, he sure looked like a young star at the position.
It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Ready, go. Cut.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he won't salvage that. It's a...
I'm fine, ready? 11 MT. Let's get set. Stop.
Brown on the inside give. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up third down.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines.
Here we go.
Problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. Keyshawn Nixon returning this for the Packers. Ball taken in at the 36. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. Packers will take over possession. Thrown on first down, Love. No place to go, so he just threw it away. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Love from the gun. This one taken in by Kraft. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Extra DB out there for the Bengals. Third down coming. Love out of the shotgun. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. We send a man in motion. On first and 10, here's Love. Completes this one to Kraft. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Jacobs gets it on the draw. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Turning to Jacobs on third. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They'll come up first and 10. They stick with Jacobs. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Gets him those 3 yards back, but it brings up third and 10 now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing his Love on third. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers get it down to a single point. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers tie this game 7-7. On now is McManus to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Cincinnati just about set for its next up. Only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here.
Here we go.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 1st down.
On 1, ready?
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that 1st down flat. Burrow out of the shotgun. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down by Quay Walker. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And the Packers will go with a dive look. 3rd down coming. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Caught, nice gain left side. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs. 1st down, ball at the 36.
11.
Going with Brown on the ground. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Here we go.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 34. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They have 3rd down and 8. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
And those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Reed. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Chris Jenkins Jr. there on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Play fake, it's Love. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Love on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Watson with the catch. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun give now to Jacob. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down throw, here's Love. Left side into the hands of Dobbs. And they get this down to the 28. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. Has some space inside the 15. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon. who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Love now to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Love looking to pass. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Jacobs goes up and over for the touchdown. The Packers take a second quarter lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers take a 4-point lead.
14, Bengals 10.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. They'll begin from the 36 as the return. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 3.
Here we go, here we go.
3rd and
Stop.
Play action now, Burrow. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Gun.
They'll try it right with Brown. Jukes one defender, and he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense,
Here we go.
I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run, crossing that first down marker.
And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Pickup of 2 here, and it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Stop.
They go play action here. And he's going to score! Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals take a second quarter lead. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals push their lead to 3. McPherson on to handle the kickoff. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Love. We've got a screen to the running back. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 36. This is Reed working the right side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. To the air with Love. Complete on a slant to Watson. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. He's got Watson. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. And it's the Packers looking at 2nd and 1. Takes the handoff, now Love. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Still 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Typically, you call play action this early in a game, and you're not expecting sack. Right? Play action protections actually are some of the best, most sound protections in an NFL offensive playbook. Give some credit to the defense to break that play action pass down and put the 1st sack on the stat sheet.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. They'll run for it. Jacobs. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
4th down, pressure on him. He was not backing down for a second. Nice effort to carry the rock. More importantly for his offense to get a 1st down.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Love now. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And that play is brought to a halt. They're going to stay at the 5-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third down, 1 yard to go. Love out of the shotgun. And the Bengals are too much. They take him down. Final timeout taken by the Bengals. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. On for the field goal now. Here's Brandon McManus. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by Folk is good. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
On now is McManus to kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. Need to use the sideline and be conscious of the clock here, Brock. No timeouts remaining as they try for points before halftime. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Completes this one to Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Higgins makes the catch. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. We're at halftime here on Monday night. Now it's down to Florida where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half.
The kickoff for Cincinnati.
Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. On the return, here comes Reed. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here's the Packer offense headed out to start the third quarter. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go counter, it's Jacobs. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, They'll take that every single time.
Big shot to begin the drive. Pass him up beyond the 40. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun now for Love. Escapes the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, partner, that was a coverage sack in just about every way imaginable. Offense spreads it out. Get everybody out into the routes, but the defense, they just would not relent. Even as he bailed from the pocket, trying to create lanes, they wouldn't give him any and get the huge sack, too.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Handoff here to Jacobs. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. A pickup of 7, so they're looking at 9 yards to go now on 3rd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Love from the gun. Has it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Motioning the tight end now. Loves to throw again. He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
They've got a man in motion. Jacobs. Can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Going run again with Jacobs. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's a gain of 2, and that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Packers take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bengals 17.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense.
Here we go.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down by Quay Walker. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
On 1, ready?
At the 33-yard line.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12.
They'll run again with Brown. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring up. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down, and they go right back to him. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Gun.
Burrow setting up the play action. This one taken in by Chase. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the ground, Brown. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Here we go. 12, 12.
Here's Brown again.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
Brown on the inside give. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
Gotta go.
Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. Back to throw it. That's cut beyond the marker. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs, and he's now reached it with that last catch.
Here we go.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals start the 2nd half with some needed points. T. Higgins, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals tie this game up. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Nixon now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Love. Cut by Jacobs.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
2nd and 8. Reed's got it. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from the 41. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Brought down by the veteran, Von Bell. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds his man, it's Kraft. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Jacobs gets it on the draw. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It'll be a gain of 5, so that brings up 4th and 2.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
The Packers send out their punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Bengals back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there.
On 1, ready?
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. A run with Brown. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Here we go. 11.
A give now to Brown. And he's brought down for a loss. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Here we go, here we go.
Play action now, Burrow. That's caught for the first. Escapes a defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
11, Thomas. Back.
A give left side to Brown. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop. 6 yards, the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here we go. Back.
On the handoff, this is Brown. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
On one, right?
All set up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11, MT, Tate.
Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's been a high-scoring game so far, but we're still tied 24-all to begin the final frame. They're now set for 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Back.
They're going play action. It is caught left side. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal.
Here we go.
From the gun, a gift to Brown. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here we go.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Brown on the carry. And he falls through the defense front. The Bengals take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Nixon now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Packers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Kicks the handoff, now Love. This one taken in by Kraft. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Love looking to pass. He's got Watson. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And this one does not go far. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Love out of the shotgun. That's into the hands of Dobbs. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Now a toss. This is Jacobs. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Jacobs. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is an old-school battle you simply love to see. An offense that close to a 1st down, a defense that knows there's a run headed its way. It's a battle of wills. It's the offense that gets it done this time.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They stick with Jacobs. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And the Bengals bringing out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Brought in inside the 20. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is A.J. Dillon. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Here's Love. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Shotgun now for Love. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers now trail by just a point in the 4th. Christian Watson with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The home teams and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. After the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
I'm wondering.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Gun. Stop.
Throwing off the play fake here. Finds his man, Chase. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine. Because Nobody wants to hit you.
Here we go.
That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
11, 11, 11, 11.
They'll run again with Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals in range for a game-winning score. Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Going with Brown on the ground. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on 2nd and goal.
On 2, ready? Here we go.
Here's Brown again. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. Stopped for no gain, and it leaves them 6 yards out on 3rd and goal.
11 MT, 11 MT. Here we go. 11 mighty, 11 mighty. Right 80. Right shot.
Brown on the inside give. The Packers take their first time out as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Brown. And he's caught behind the line. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that. Bringing up 2nd and 5.
Ready.
Setting up to pass. Taken in by Luke Musgrave. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new... To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Back to throw. He beams one deep right side. He's got it deep downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Jacobs. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is McManus to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Gun. Shot. 11. Shot.
Here he is to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go. 11, mighty. 11. Shot.
He'll look to throw it. Caught by the open man. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation.
Here we go.
That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Brought in by Chase near the sideline. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
11.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Shot.
Burrow setting up the play action. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Nearly an interception on that play. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Off fly, ready? Let's get set.
To throw again, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
That's going to be cut by all. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Here we go. 12. Shot.
Brown. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.
Yeah, thinking that it happened overnight. It didn't. In it for the long haul flight. Committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite. I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite. They timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight. I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look, hey. I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it, all about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up? Another number in the round up. Put the town up, I built this thing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck. Green light go, got the east side flow. I'm a giant in the space like FIFA4. All the kids sing along like EIO. Every time when they see my show, thinking that it happened overnight, yeah, didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look,
Esto es talento, we favor and you got no skill. I got drive, baby, ustedes son roadkill. Yeah, ya te dije, no están en mi carta perder. De pequeño estoy ungido, baby, y ese es mi flex. No me dieron nada por los míos, José. 360 ese deal, man, I couldn't be me. Pa' mi frequency, te frequently. Matando esto con sabor y efficiency. No gasto tiempo, waste no time, not my money. Boss, baby, CEO del LLC. Lo tengo en un pánico. Dale rápido, quiero crecer y dar más fruto, algo botánico. Lo hice bien orgánico. Tomé el maquinón. Voy subiendo como espuma y tú bajando bien titánico. Out my way, I ain't built this in a day. But you know I'm here now to stay. I'm hungry, boy, I'm not here to play.
thinking that it happened overnight, didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause they timid. Look, wait.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between NFC North rivals. It's the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. And it's coming up next.
It's one of the NFL's newest venues, but it's already earned a reputation as one of its best. This is US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time. They definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more likely is going to come away with the win.
Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off from US Bank Stadium. Ty Chandler to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. And here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And we'll get a look at their signal caller playing in his 7th season.
If we had asked Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Fakes the handoff. Now to throw. His first throw is an interception. Jack Campbell at the INT. And the Lions get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Goff. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Putting the tight end in motion. Here we go, second and very long. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Shotgun snap here to Goff. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they're on the board. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff.
I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot, and it's a big 3 points.
Minnesota all set to go for its second drive. They threw the interception on their opening drive, Brock, but that's right from their memories. They head back out now.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? When you throw that pick early, you've got to flush it. The defense helped with that, holding that offense on the other side to just a field goal and giving this offense now some hope as they take the field again.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Jones once more. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
It's Jones on the toss. And this one doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stopped at the line. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Jones. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect.
Touchdown, Minnesota! So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. So the Lions headed out for their second drive of the game. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. On first down, it's Goff. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Williams coming in motion right. The throw again here, 2nd and 10. It's Goff. That's complete inside the 35. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions push their lead to 3. So they tag him for rough. First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 35 out of that one. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Darnold looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And it's going to be second down. A give left side to Jones. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions will take possession at their own 35 after they track him down on the return.
So that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The offense headed out now for Detroit. And that last drive, no answer for what they were... Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Second down carry for Jones. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. First and 10, here's Jones. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Darnold. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he's out of bounds after a nice pickoff to the 10. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
1st down and goal to go.
Jones trying the left side. Will take it in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Reduce the lead to just 4. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Record there to tack on the extra points. And the Vikings cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Khalif Raymond to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Goff to the air now. It's taken in by Williams. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They go play action with Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They give up the gut to Montgomery. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
Humble 5 to 6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Goff now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. The Lions leading near the break. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Goff setting to throw. That's complete to the back, David Montgomery. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Catch is made in close. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Montgomery scores. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow their lead just before halftime. David Montgomery with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions make it a 10-point ball game.
Vikings 14.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. They could use something to trip. Maybe get this near field goal range. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on first down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Man, he's been having a great first half, really playing a key role so far in this offense.
But you know and I know what's coming, Kate. We call them adjustments, right? You hit a homer, you take that fastball deep, you're not going to see it anymore. And you get run on like this, the defense is going to make some adjustments at halftime.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Here's Jones. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel away. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
That is some old-school brutality. An offense close to a first down, a defense that knows there's a run headed right its way. In a battle of wills, the offense gets it done.
Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. That brings us to the break, and it's the visiting Lions holding an early advantage. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. In that first half, it was David Montgomery who proved to be tough to stop. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter.
Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Craig Reynolds to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. He puts some power on a deep one. Big gain downfield. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions take a 3-possession lead.
Vikings 14.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and they're out and set. 1st and 10. Now a give to Jones. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Second and 10 now. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he flips the field. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down. This is Jones. Has a big hole left. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown. The Vikings start the 2nd half with some needed points. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Point after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings cut the lead down to 10. Just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Here's Raymond on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing is gone. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Montgomery now up the middle. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Gone. Gets this one to Patrick. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Goff on 1st and 10. Patrick with the catch. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st down throw from Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Throwing again, it's Goff. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. They motion the tight end over. Goff on 3rd. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They run. Here's Montgomery. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. It's Montgomery on the counter. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I don't love that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Powell now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Vikings returning their offense and this running back to the field. And get that big old marker out. That last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Here's Jones. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
They go play action on first. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up. Here's a give to Jones. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on fourth. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And he's brought down before the return gets far. And that punt reaches 50 yards. And the Lions will go on offense. Ball at the 33 for first down. Off play action, Goff. Laporta pulls it in along the sideline. And he crosses midfield before going out. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
On first down, it's Goff. Able to find Wright. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. This is the end of the third quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 42, he finds Laporta. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. This is Montgomery. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
That is your old-school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They've got first down from the 31. They go play action with Goff. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They'll run here. It's Montgomery. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on second and goal.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Here's Goff. The back grabs it. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions have likely locked up the win right there. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
The Lions offense looks like they're staying out there. We got a 2-point try coming up. He's throwing for it. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4.
I always say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for 2, but that risk pays off.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Powell now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Vikings and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Jones. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31. Running left side by Jefferson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Well, it seems like the only thing that's going to be able to stop this guy or even slow him down is going to be that final whistle, Brock. This defense has been inconsistent at best.
This is one of those moments where it just feels like it's a privilege to watch, right? When you're at a concert and you're just listening to somebody that's the best of the best, you just want, you want more. And right now up in this booth, I want to see this guy continue to put on the show.
Couldn't connect with Jordan Addison. And now they face 2nd down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
That's good. Vikings, 1st down.
Jones once more. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing here, Darnold.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that, a guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Lions' 32-yard line.
Staying on the ground with Jones. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Vikings trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. They'll come up 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. A give left side to Jones. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
They're going play action. That's caught for the first. And this is down all the way to the 3. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's good. Vikings, first down.
Jones. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Another try for Jones. And he's going to fight forward and get a touchdown. The Vikings get it back to within 2 possessions. Aaron Jones touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Reichard there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings get it back to a 14-point game. Possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And this is brought in by the Lions. That should be enough to secure them this win. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. The Lions offense returning to the field. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Carry here for Montgomery. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, and they go right back to him. He's off again. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. This will be a nice win for the Lions, who draw closer to it as they take a knee. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Lining up to take a knee on second down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. So the Lions get the win on the road. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so